everyone, and happy May. This is Liz from OBX4SALE Real Estate Group, powered by Keller Williams, coming to you today to go over the April market stats of both Dare and Currituck County and Eastern North Carolina. So let's dive straight in. We're going to start with Dare County as always. Dare County is definitely a very balanced market. There's almost 6 months worth of inventory on the market, slightly up over the last month at 1.23%. Not a buyer's market, not a seller's market, but solidly in the middle of a balanced market. Now, there are micro markets over there. There are areas that are still selling very quickly. There are homes that are still selling very quickly, even in the areas where it's taking a little bit of time to sell. And of course, we know, because I say it every month, that has to do with price versus value, period. End of story. If you put your listing out there in a balanced market, and it's overpriced or perceived to be overpriced, it's gonna sit, and days on market, as we know, is not the friend of a seller. Dare County's got almost 6 months of inventory on the market. The list to sold price is 96.5%, and your median days on market are 43, and that is up almost 60%. And the median sold price is $615,000, and that is down just ever so slightly, 1.5%. We saw new listings of 192 new listings come on the market in April. That was down month over month 10%, and the median price of those new listings was $719,450, and that was up slightly 3.5%. We have a total of 565 active single-family listings in Dare County, and that is single-family, also including condo townhouse type properties. There's 565. That is up 3.3% month over month. The median days on market is 63, and that's down 8.7. Just shows you the testament to a bit of a spring market. We have 138 new pending listings in April, and that number is up 20% month over month. So that just shows you we've had a strong spring market. Median days on market were 40 days. That was up 2.6%, and the median list price for our new pending listings was $679, which was up almost 9%. We have a total of 199 pending listings. 138 were new, so 199 pending listings. That is up 15% month over month. The median days on market is down 41, almost 42%, to just 25 days for those pending listings. We saw 115 properties successfully sell and close in the month of April. That is up 43.8%, and the median sold price was down ever so slightly, 1.5% to $615, and the median days on market for those sold properties was 43. Now, in our public records this month too, property that just conveyed without being an MLS, we saw 75 properties. I'm just throwing that out there because that is a little bit higher than some months are. So to recap, we've got almost 6 months of inventory on the market in Dare County. That is up 1.2% in the last month, and that is up 3% in the last 12 rolling months. Okay, let's jump into Currituck County now. Currituck County is the tail that has two sides. It's got Currituck Mainland and the Currituck Beach area, better known as Corolla. Overall, Currituck County has just entered a balanced market with 5.5 months worth of inventory on the market. That is up 6.5% month over month. The sold to list price in Currituck County is 98.5%, and your median days on market is just 39 days. Now, I can tell you from working in the Moyock area, Currituck area, Grandy, Idlet, anywhere on the Currituck mainland, there's much less inventory on the market like that, and it's moving much faster because I've been in some missed opportunities with buyers and multiple offers recently. So let's jump into the median price. 517 is the median price. That is an increase of 18.8% in the last month and a change of just 5% in the last 12 rolling months. In Currituck County, we saw 127 new listings come on the market in the month of April. That is down almost 23%. The median list price is $570,970, and that is up 2.1%. We have a total of 478 active listings on the market in Currituck County. That is up almost 5% month over month, and our median days on the market was 92, and the median list price is $585. In Currituck, we saw 82 new pending listings went under contract. That's down 43.1%. Median days on market was up 63.2% at 31 days on market. We have 247 pending listings, meaning under contract in Currituck County. That's down 1.2% month over month. Their median days on market was 41, and that is up 41% month over month. And the median list price for those properties was $502,055. We saw 70 properties go to closing in the month of April. That's down 16.7%. The median sold price was $519,270, and that is up almost 4.5%. The sold to list price for those properties in Currituck was 98.46%, and the median days on market was 39. So to recap all of Currituck Outer Banks, and Currituck Mainland, we've got 5.43 months of inventory. That is increased 6.1% in the last month, and it's down almost 12% in the last 12 rolling months. So let's break out Currituck County really fast, and let's look at just Corolla, which includes the four-wheel drive area. Corolla, remember, Currituck has two sides to its story. Corolla has 8.14 months worth of inventory on the market. It is a solid buyer's market up there. Sellers, you gotta know your stats, and you gotta know what's going on. And if you expect to sell in this type of market, you've got to have an agent that understands these stats, can look at them and clearly explain it to you. Because if you are in a buyer's market and you want to leave room to negotiate, you're going to overprice your house. You don't need room to negotiate. If you price it right, the eyes will come, the buyers will come, the offers will come. If you're overpriced out there with an overpriced market, you're going to chase that downward market through one price reduction after another, and all you're going to do is get less money and lots of frustration. Make sure you know what kind of market you're trying to sell in. It is a solid buyer's market in Corolla. 8.14 months of inventory, 96.8% is the sold to list price, 41 days is your median days on market. Excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. I think the pollen's got me. The median sold price is $965,000 in Corolla, and that's up almost 21% month over month. We saw only 37 new listings come on the market in Corolla in April. That's down almost 25%. We have 171 active listings. That's only up less than 2% month over month. Median days on market is 89 days. Lots of those houses are being perceived by the buying pool as being overpriced at this point in time. That's an increase in days on market of 15.6%. We saw only 26 properties go pending in the month of April in all of Corolla. That is up 36.8%. Their median days on market was 41, and that was up 241%. We saw 36 We have a total of 36 pending listings under contract at this moment. That's 9.1% increase month over month. 43 days is their median day on market. We only saw 21 properties close in the month of April in Corolla, but it is up 10.5%. The list to sell price was 96.83% with 41 days on the market. So to recap Corolla, 8.14 months, that is down 17.2% in the last 12 rolling months, but still a very strong buyer's market up there. So if we jump into just Moyock, North Carolina, which is the northern end at the state border, just to give you comparisons, I'm not going to go through that whole town, but it is a seller's market, still a pretty strong seller's market with only less than 3.5 months worth of inventory on the market. The sold to list price is 99.4. Median days on market is just 30 days. So a big difference from Moyock State Line, which is primarily a year-round market, to Corolla, which is primarily a second home short-term rental market. Now let's jump into Camden County. Okay, Camden County is still very much a seller's market, strong, kind of flat in the middle there of a seller's market. It only has 3.38 months worth of inventory on the market, which is actually up slightly at 4% month over month. The sold to list price in April in Camden was 100.3% sold to list price. Median days on market was just 33 days. The median sold price in Camden was $446,445, and that is up 7% month over month. Now remember, it's transfer season in the Coast Guard and the military, and Elizabeth City is anchored by the Coast Guard. Hampton Roads, it's got tons of military. We've got tons of government contractors surrounding both areas. There's a mass exodus out of Virginia into North Carolina that's been occurring for quite some time. So the spring market up there is driven by a lot of things, but transfer season is one of them. And parts of Camden, most parts of Camden, are very close to 17, and it makes it an easy, quick drive into the Hampton Roads area. So it's very attractive to anyone having to work in the Hampton Roads area, but once country living, maybe living that's more affordable than the Virginia area, that type of thing. We saw 42 new listings come on the market in Camden in April. That was down 10.6%. We have a total of 98 active listings on the market in Camden, and that is up 7.7%. Median days on market for those is down 18% to 49 days. We saw 32 new pending listings in April. That is down 25.6%, and their median days on market held at 34 days. We have a total of 92 pending listings in Camden. That's down 8%. Their median days was 51 days. We saw 34 properties go to closing in Camden in April. That's down 2.9%. Their list to sold price still holding over 100%, 100.31%. And the median days on market was 33 days, and that was up 43.5%. So a Camden recap, just under 3.5 months worth of inventory. That has increased 4% month over month. We've seen some new construction come on up there, but that is down almost 2% in the last 12 rolling months. Now let's jump into Pasquotank County. Pasquotank County, as you know, is Elizabeth City and the surrounding areas, and it is anchored by the Coast Guard base, and then it is anchored by all of the new construction that is edging closer and closer and closer to the state line with Virginia, and it's just a rapidly growing area. It is still a seller's market up there, a solid seller's market, but the inventory has crept up a little bit. We have 3.5 months worth of inventory up there. and that is up month over month just 14%. The sold to list price there is 99.4%, and median days on market is just 35 days. You saw 99 new listings come on the market in Pasquotank County. That was down 2% month over month. The median list price is $320,000, and that was up slightly over 1.5% month over month. You have a total of 252 active listings in Pasquotank County. That is up 11%, so your spring market, and the median days on market was 55, and that is down 5.2%. You saw 68 properties go pending in the month of April. That's actually down 25.3%, and the median days in RPR is 32, and that is down almost 6%. I have shown property a lot in Elizabeth City and all over Pasquotank County and Hertford in the last 4 or 5 weeks. And since the government has gone back to work or has put the Homeland Security, which is the Coast Guard, back, we have picked up in activity over there. Homes are going quicker, there's more multiples, and I think there were a lot of Coast Guard transfers that were waiting on official paperwork, and it seems to have picked up. And in talking to other agents, they all seem to be seeing the same thing. We saw 161 properties go pending in Pasquotank County in April. That is down 5.3% month over month. Their median days in market was just 28 days. We saw 68 properties successfully close in Pasquotank County in April. That's down 17.1%. Their sold to list price was just under 100% at 99.43, and their median days on market was just 35, and that was down almost 5.5% month over month. So a recap of Pasquotank: 3.5 months of supply on the market. That is up 14% month over month, which is your spring market happening, but the inventory is actually down almost 4% in the last 12 rolling months. So it's a little tight over there. That is going to wrap up Pasquotank County. Now, I also will go to Perquimans County, Hertford. I just had multiple offers in Hertford the other day, and my people were successful working as a team together with the buyers to beat out what we found out later was a cash offer. And I've also sold in Gates County, so and Chowan. So any of those counties in Northeastern North Carolina that you want to dig down into on a micro level, just reach out to me and I'll do a video for you, or I'll do a written report and send it to you. But the video just gets a little too long if I go too broadly in Northeastern North Carolina. And those Currituck, Camden, and Pasquotank are the big counties that are seeing the most activity. This is Liz Holterhaus signing off today from OBX4SALE Real Estate Group, powered by Keller Williams. Remember, if you like these monthly videos, remember to share and subscribe and come back next month to see us. Thanks for watching.